Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome to a brand new video in SpinTires MudRunner, where we're going to be talking about one of the newest leaks regarding the American Wilds DLC or expansion pack. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with the recent news on this expansion pack, basically it is a MudRunner expansion with licensed vehicles like Western Star and Hummer that is going to be based in the US that will have logging and fuel transportation and all the things that you guys, again, have come to know and love about MudRunner as a whole, and really the SpinTires series, or the entire SpinTires series. Now, the big thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is that a site in Europe, or well, I should say a European game site, actually said that the game would be releasing on September 30th for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC, and on November 30th for the Nintendo Switch. Now, the only thing about this is, I personally am thinking that for the PC and the other consoles, that this is going to be a add-on. This is going to be an expansion to the game, not a standalone game. However, the fact that it has a Switch release date makes me wonder if it's going to be a standalone game for the Switch, then it might be a standalone game for the other platforms as well. So that'll be one to kind of flip-flop back and forth between. And when you think about it, it's like, okay, so, like, you think about it on multiple angles, right? You think, okay, so, and I talked about this in my other video, the advantages and disadvantages to it being a DLC that adds to the current game rather than being its own standalone game are, if it's DLC for the current game, then logistically it's a lot easier to push, right? But if it's a completely standalone game, that makes me wonder if, like, because that would be such a hassle for modders on PC. Like, if they wanted to mod it and it was a standalone game, they would have to wait until, you know, the game had its own, you know, Steam Workshop page and all of that crap, you know? It's a ton of crap to go through just to be able to install mods. Whereas, if it's just an add-on, then it could be like, oh, okay, we'll just add mods to the game how we normally would and just select it as a map or select it as a sub-menu within the actual main menu of MudRunner. Now, we could probably get it as an add-on for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4 versions, but it could be a standalone game for the Switch. That sounds fairly reasonable. That sounds like that's something they could do or would do. Now, as far as how this is going to play on the Switch, I have no idea. I have no idea how MudRunner is being adapted for the Switch. I haven't played it on the Switch, but, and by the way, I don't really play many Switch games, if any at all, so that's definitely an area that I don't know if I see myself really spending much time in, is like, you know, the SpinTires community on the Switch, but definitely something to look into and something to be excited about as far as this game is moving forward. Now, real quick, I did want to mention that I actually was basically tipped to this particular site by a subscriber of mine that actually got in touch with me on Instagram as well as through my email, and I wanted to give you a big thank you. If you're watching this video, you know who you are, and I really, really do want to thank you for this. I don't know if I would have found this otherwise, but I really, really, really appreciate it. Again, I think it's absolutely awesome that you jumped out and got in touch with me. And honestly, like, I think the coolest thing about it is the fact that, like, it really shows how strong of a community we have around MudRunner as a game. And it not only shows that we have a strong community, but it shows that, like, you know, we look at this as this, like, big MudRunner family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at this as a big, like, MudRunner family in the grand scheme of things, and I think it's awesome because it gives us a place to really talk about the game. It gives us a space to talk about what's going on with the game, you know, what we're excited about with the game, what we're looking forward to with the game, and I think overall that there's such a strong sense of community around this game, because without the community, this game wouldn't be a thing, and I guarantee you that without the community, this particular expansion would not be a thing. So you guys need to thank yourselves for, you know, pushing this idea out there and helping get this idea out there and helping everything, you know, get known to the developers. I mean, we know for a fact that the developers watch these videos. We know for a fact that they look into the community. We know for a fact that they've seen my videos. I'm sure they've read my comment section. You know, they've listened to what I have to say. They've listened to what you guys have to say. And that that is how the American Wilds DLC was born, guys. So that it's totally, I'm convinced that it's such a community-driven thing that I really, really do love it, and I can't speak highly enough of what they've decided to do here, and I really cannot wait to see more. Dude, when the first gameplay drops, oh my god, you guys have got to know that this channel right here, you guys already know, is where you will be seeing that gameplay the second it drops. And the big thing is, the biggest thing, I shouldn't say the big thing, because the biggest thing is that once this expansion comes out, not only will we be able to play in a whole new environment in the MudRunner series, but we'll be able to do it while enjoying tons and tons of new vehicles and hopefully some possibly improved graphics, physics, and new textures all throughout the game. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to slam that like button. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys thought of it, and let me know if you're excited for this expansion. I know I am. And especially now that we've seen a release date, and again, that could just be a Europe release date, but hopefully it's across the board. And again, hope you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time.